Alright, what's going on YouTube? My name is Z, and today we're going to be talking about why calisthenics help you to get lean and maintain your leanness. And the reason is because calisthenics as a sport is all about your strength to weight ratio. That basically means how strong you are for your body weight and how lean you are relatively to how much muscle and how much fat you are. And this is because your body as a whole in general likes to make things easy for itself. So if you're constantly stressing your body with certain movements, it's gonna want to lean down in order to do these movements better and to spend less energy. Our bodies don't like to exert energy if there's a more cost-effective way of doing a certain movement that it knows that it has to keep doing over and over. And its way of doing that is by dropping body fat percentage. It wants to hold on to the muscle and lose the fat because that muscle is going to help it do that exercise, whereas the fat is going to increase the energy expenditure that it needs in order to perform that movement. Let's take distance running, for example, marathon training. Yes, there's a way to keep your body mass, your weight the same if you're training for a marathon, but more than likely than not, you're going to lose weight because with every step you take, the heavier, the more energy, the more force your body has to put in. Say you're running 20 miles, it's going to be a lot easier to run 20 miles if you weigh 100 pounds than if you weigh 200 pounds. The same thing happens with calisthenics. The heavier you are, the more force you need to do each pull-up, to do each push-up, to hold a handstand. It's going to have to exert more force, and our bodies doesn't work like that. It's designed to be as efficient as possible to figure out ways to spend less energy because it wants to conserve that energy, and it does that by dropping body fat percentage. So as a sport, it rewards strength to weight ratio. Basically, it rewards a lower body fat percentage. You're going to be incentivized to lose body fat percentage. Not only is our body going to want to gravitate towards lowering that body fat percentage, you yourself is going to want consciously to drop your body fat percentage. Because basically, the stronger you get at a movement, say a front lever, for example, if you start with 1 second, then 2 seconds, if you keep training hard and keep progressing that movement, you're gonna feel like, I can't really describe the feeling, but basically you're gonna get the feeling that as you get lighter, it gets easier. You feel more weightless. You feel easier. You feel more in tune into that movement. So you're gonna want to be motivated to drop your body fat percentage and keep that effortless feeling, that weightlessness feeling when you're doing certain calisthenics movements. So you yourself consciously is gonna be motivated, and you're gonna have more discipline to maintain that lower body fat percentage. Another point is why calisthenics keeps you lean and helps to maintain that leanness, because calisthenics is kind of related to aesthetics. Yes, it doesn't mean you have to be aesthetic or gain muscle, but oftentimes, especially in the summer, if you live somewhere nice year round, you're probably gonna be working out shirtless, which means you're gonna be more conscious of your body. So if aesthetics is one of your goals as well, you're gonna be seeing your physique a lot more than someone that trains in a gym where you might not be able to take off your shirt or just check out your physique in general. Whereas in calisthenics, you're probably gonna be shirtless if you can train outdoors or it's nice outside, or if you're training with the group, at a calisthenics park or on the beach somewhere, you're probably going to be more conscious and more aware of your physiques. That's also going to incentivize you because of that community aspect, the fact that you're probably working out shirtless more often times than people that do traditional weightlifting in a gym environment. Of course, this point doesn't absolutely have to be true. Even if you work outside, obviously you can keep on your shirt, or you may work out alone, but more than likely than not, the percentage of you being more aware of your physique with calisthenics is a lot higher, in my opinion, than if you do traditional weight training in a gym. So basically, it's just a sport that rewards, you know, leanness and lower body fat percentage. Another example, you don't have to be tall to play basketball, but again, it is a sport that rewards you for having longer limbs and being closer to the rim. So, just like basketball rewards people that being tall, it doesn't mean you have to be tall, but you would have to work a lot harder if you're shorter in basketball. And the same thing with calisthenics. If your body fat percentage is higher, if your strength to weight ratio isn't as high as it can be, it's going to be a lot harder and more difficult for you to do calisthenics. So, by just training hard and keeping progressing, you're naturally going to increase your strength to weight ratio. We should also be motivated to drop it yourself consciously because you're going to get better results. You're going to get stronger at these movements, and your physique is also going to improve as well. Let me know what you think of it, and if you have any comments or questions about what I talked about in this video, and like and subscribe for more topics related to calisthenics and how you combine it with your hybrid training.